Hey guys, it's Goosebumps Completionist, and I'm finally ready to bring you my 525 subscriber thank you collection update video. I know I haven't done a haul video in a while, so I'm going to treat this like a haul video. And today I'm going to be showing you my entire Goosebumps collection on this bookshelf here, which I have pretty much completed the entire collection I'm trying to build, minus just a handful of things. And it kind of bleeds down into here. We got some extra R.L. Stine stuff down at the bottom. But this bookshelf is what I'm going to be touching on today. I do have another bookshelf over here full of other stuff, but I need to reorganize that. So there'll be a part 2, potentially, future video, okay? So I will be showing you from top all the way down to the bottom. And I'll be showing you what I have on the wall. This is probably going to be my future setup over here. But yeah, let's get into the collection. So I think we'll start off here. Like I said, I'm going to treat this like an update video. If you haven't seen a lot of this stuff, it's because I haven't shown it in a haul video. So take that like an update. So let's start off up here. These are 2 acquisitions I have not shown at all. So we have right here the Haunted Mask, now on video. This is a, I think, 11x17 reproduction. I got it for like $10. And I really wanted this for my wall because the Haunted Mask 2 is my favorite episode and quite arguably one of my favorite Goosebumps stories ever made. So I wanted that on my wall to, just look at and, kind of geek out on. And then I have Goosebumps 2 Haunted Halloween. I got this for a really good deal in the frame. And I bought this because it has the gummy bears. It's like an exclusive movie monster. And also, I kind of like this movie. Quite like it, I would say. But one of my favorite items, let me back up a little bit for you. Sorry if you see a glimpse of this. I know you really probably want to sink your teeth into that bookshelf, and I'm going to get into that at another point. We have the Are You Terrified Yet art poster, Tim Jacobus art. I just love this book. One of my favorite Goosebumps books. Yeah, I had to have this. I think I found this for like $20 on eBay. I have not shown that in a haul video, but yeah, it's something I picked up semi-recently. So yeah, got some stuff hanging up there. Kind of working on that. Then up here, okay, right there we have the Spirit Halloween Slappy costume. Fun fact, that was the last one my Spirit got in this past Halloween, most recent one, and I acquired it from my collection. We have some Creepy Co socks my mom found at Second and Charles for me. Then we have a sealed Wendy's Kids Meal What's Different challenge. So that's cool. Right behind it, we have Race to Dead House, the Barnes & Noble video game still sealed. We got some book tins. We got the green one. We have a sealed Book and Boxer set. We also got a sealed Horrorland PS2 game. I found this for like $5 at a thrift store a while back. This is where I keep like most of my sealed stuff that is not like books. We got a purple book tin here that's sealed. I'm gonna move these out the way for a minute. Then we got an orange sealed one right there. But what I really love about these 2 right here, why I have them up here, is that these 2 are signed by R.L. Stine. We have Night of the Giant Everything. It's a personal favorite book. And then we have Monster Blood is Back. A seller on eBay was selling this for like a really good price, and I snagged it for like a song. So I had to get that. And as you can see, you see some stuff here that I haven't shown off before. So we have the scare pack for Tales that Give You Goosebumps number 4 with the paint, all that included. And what's cool about this is that it still has the punch intact too, so it's not punched out. So this is a complete on-card Tales book 4. This is one of my favorite Tales books. And then another recent acquisition I made is this official collector's caps book with the pogs and all that, still sealed. So yeah, I gotta find a way to display these. Also, this one, I can't tell if you can tell by the reflection, but the punch out is still intact too, which is really cool. So yeah, you don't see that every day with the punch out. So got that. Here is a bag. I have to find a way to display this. And I'll get to this at some point later in the video. But this is a Thrills and Chills Club bag that used to come with a subscription magazine that Scholastic had back in the 90s. And when I show you some of this stuff, some of you might not even know that this stuff exists, because I've never shown it in the haul video, but Thrills and Chills Club. And I'll tell you what stuff you can get out of those magazines if you decide to buy them. Now this little folder here, kind of get it to where I can just kind of lean on it and show you. So I got this folder a while ago when I bought some Nightmare Room books for my collection. So it came with some of these cards here. Now I'm a collector of many things. I might try to get some of these graded, because some of these are just really cool. Seller threw this in for a lot for like 20 bucks. Couldn't believe it, but right here is one of the coolest things I've ever seen. Connecting with all 9 right here. You got the Phantom, Werewolf, Praying Mantis, Slappy, the Mummy. You got Cuddles, Dr. Brewer, Carly Beth, Mud Monsters. And you got some TV show. There you see like Basement Monster, the Cuckoo Clock, Haunted Mask. I forget what that is. What is that? It's kind of hard to tell from the picture. We got the Mummy. We got the top of the head of Mr. Mortman. We got R.L. Stine himself. Now this is one I would love to get like graded. I don't know if it's going to get a high grade, but that's a really cool card. Then we have the Gruul, and then we have Saber from Welcome to Camp Nightmare. So yeah, nice little black. I don't know if you can read what it says right here, but somebody wrote Goosebumps on it. So yeah, I acquired that. I really don't have a place for it right now. So I'm going to try to do all this with one hand. So, and then we have a little stack of comics here. I guess I'll show you them. Try to pull these off without making a mess. Okay. So, start from the top. So we got this Man-Thing comic. Now this is like a Books A Million exclusive, back when they had comic books. And yeah, this is like a R.L. Stine when he did Man-Thing. This is like an homage to a Goosebumps cover. Then some of these are kind of out of order, but I have a Revolver number 4. Now what's cool about this is this is a 80s comic book with an R.L. Stine story inside. Yeah, it's really cool. There's another comic book that I have yet to acquire that he has that I'm not going to have in this video, but I am trying to acquire it. Now here we got some homage stuff. Like I said, it's kind of spread throughout this stack here, but we have a Werewolf of Fever Swamp homage with Stray Dogs Dog Days Book 2. Right here we have this book, Commander Canada. This was a 1 per store exclusive for comic shops. This actually features underneath the cover here, it is a free comic book day version of the Just Beyond Monstrosity comic. So yeah, I added that for my R.L. Stine collection. This is probably one of the coolest things I have in my collection. This is Fear Book. This has a bunch of R.L. Stine stories inside of it. Yeah, this will be fun just to digest. Comic book stories of R.L. Stine before he ever did Goosebumps. Then we have Department of Truth. Conspiracy Curse. This is a Haunted Mask homage. We got Monkey Meat, the Monkey Meat Company. This is a One Day at Horrorland homage. We got Radiant Red, which is Red or Not, Here I Come. This is an Attack of the Mutant homage. We have Ice Cream Man, Metamorphosis. This is a Night of the Living Dummy homage. Then we have Ferryman, Origins number 1. This is a Ghost Beach homage. Really rare one. When I saw this came out, I had to pay up a little bit for that. I showed this one off a while ago. This was like the first one of its kind. We have the Salve number 4, the Dreamcatcher. Styled like a Goosebumps book cover. And the last one we have for this video is going to be Stray Dogs, Dog Days Book 1. Barking Ghost homage. Okay, so let's set all these back up here. Move on to the next stack stuff, or I guess the next shelf. I think we're done with all the stuff up here. Okay, so let's put that back up here nice and gently. Okay, so let's move on to this shelf. Now on this shelf, I have original 62 and, you know, some miscellaneous stuff. I'll get into what they are in a minute, and then we have some TV show stuff. So let's start over here. So, I guess we can start here. So this is where I display the Haunted Library. Now, this was like a Hershey's promo back in the 90s, so I have a sealed, don't make me laugh, this would have came in like a bag of Doritos. And then I have a complete Haunted Library. One of the most expensive things I've ever bought for this collection. Minus an item I have coming in the mail. More recent item. It's not really a book or anything, it's just something really cool. And then right here, now there's a mixture of some book sets. As you can see right here, I have one right here. I'm sorry, the lighting's kind of bad. I'll bring some stuff out of there, out of the shadow into the light in a minute. But some of this is made up of individual stuff. Some of this is made up of, as you can see, bookcase stuff. So from left to right, we have all 62 books. And I recently filled in the holes doing a trade with Bumps in the Night. And I want to shout him out for helping me. As you can see here, Parachute Press logo, Say Cheese and Die. Got that. Most people don't know, but it's kind of started here. Curse of Camp Koelig's a weird case because I have an edition that doesn't have it. And it's completely real. So, yeah, it's weird. But yeah, for some reason, they made a Say Cheese and Die with one. Then up here, let me pull some of this stuff down. So, recently acquired this for 10 bucks. This is the only one I'm going to actually pull out for the video, but we have books 1 through 4 box set. Those are the first 4 Goosebumps books. Nice, high grade ones too. I also picked up this one recently. This one was like a really good deal. These were both like 10 bucks a piece. So I got the Welcome to Camp Nightmare, the Ghost Next Door, the Haunted Mask, and Be Careful What You Wish For. And I acquired this one over here. We got Vampire Breath, Calling All Creeps, Beware the Snowman, and How I Learned to Fly. So yeah, those are some sets I have. This Haunted School right here is the Scholastic School Market Edition with the error I want to be a werewolf Halloween in the back before it was changed to werewolf skin. And you can tell it's School Market because it has this little thing on the back. So, yeah. Right here, I guess we'll get into these. I don't know if I've showed this off in the past, but this is the Easy Reader Stay Out of the Basement. Now, this is a European book, but what's cool about it is that it's not written in, and it's like an educational book that they would teach like words and show pictures. So it has some art in it for the Stay Out of the Basement book. Really fun little thing to have in the collection. When I found out about it, I had to have it because I don't think anybody knew about it. And then I have the Haunted Mask. This is what my childhood copy looked like. The purple font with the Halloween mask. Just a staple book to have in the collection. It's possibly my favorite, most nostalgic looking Goosebumps book in my collection. So then we got some hardcovers here. We got a all black Let's Get Invisible. Found that from a seller on eBay. Thought that was a good deal. We got the Haunted Mask. Sorry about the shaky camera. I'm trying to like balance doing all this with one hand. Then we got the Beast from the East. I think my buddy Brandon Symes sent me this in an AOK trade. Then we got Phantom of the Auditorium, one of my favorite ones I have. Survived all these years after not being reprinted. That's pretty impressive. The absolute favorite one for the original 62 is Werewolf Skin. My favorite Goosebumps book. I've actually had people send me pretty high offers on that. I don't think I'm ever going to sell it though. It's my reader. Like whenever I want to go to the beach or something, you know, that requires that the books might get some wear and tear, I'll bring that copy. Now up here, before we get into this, actually I'll get into this first. So this, a lot of people might be scratching their head. What is this thing? This is a recent acquisition. This is one of only 3 known to exist. This is one of the rarest items I have in my collection. It's not official or anything. I'll open up the front page. There is no copyright. Now, this was a fan-made book. I think somebody in Canada made 3 of these. And yeah, I have one of only 3 that are known to exist. I have it displayed up here just because it's so cool. And it's so, like, whenever I think about some of the coolest things I bought for my collection, this is definitely one of them, and I acquired that recently. But yeah. And then I got some stuff up here. Now, we're going to kind of preface this into the Goosebumps TV show stuff. This is where I go from original 62 on my shelf to the TV show. So these 3 right here are the VHSs of episodes that never got DVDs. We have the original Haunted Mask. This is a playable VHS. We have Werewolf Skin, which I recently acquired. Nice condition. Didn't cost me all that much, surprisingly. That works. But as you can see here, where did you get a Cuckoo Clock of Doom completionist? Well, this is a repop. So somebody on the internet makes these, and I literally just bought this for my collection to kind of display, and that's literally the only reason why I did that. So I can have something to represent for Cuckoo Clock of Doom on here. Then we have the Haunted Mask, Night of the Living Dummy, Night of the Living Dummy 3, which I recently acquired. Haven't shown that one yet. A Night in Terror Tower. I try to keep most of the R.L. Stine specials on this as I could. Now, you might be asking, what are these? Now, these are some movies that feature Goosebumps TV show alum, like a good amount of them. So we have The Legend of Gatorface. Now, this is a Showtime movie, and I just have it right here. You have Dan Murray Smith, who played Seth Gold, and Skipper Matthews from Attack of the Mutant and Click. You have John White, who played Steve Boswell on Haunted Mask 2, and Michael Webster and Cuckoo Clock of Doom. And then you have this girl, I forget her name. Oh, I forget her name. But she played Courtney in You Can't Scare Me. So, yeah. Legend of Gatorface. Then I have this Frankenstein in Me screener copy VHS. I haven't shown this yet. Now, this movie features a couple of people. Features a kid from How to Kill a Monster. It features Ryan Gosling, who starred in Say Cheese and Die. And it features the actress who played Margaret in Stay Out of the Basement, and another character, I forget her name, in How I Got My Shrunken Head. So yeah, Goosebumps alum movies that have good Goosebumps alum. I might make a video about talking about like movies to watch if you are diehard fans of the Goosebumps show. These are some to watch. See the actors in another element, as you normally wouldn't see. So then it continues down to this shelf. Now we're on this shelf. I'm going to try to move to adjust the light here. So recent acquisition, as you already know, I've always had this sealed Werewolf of Fever Swamp and Welcome to Dead House. But the recent one I acquired Perfect School. Now what's fun about these little sets, Spooky Tales that comes with the Trick or Treat bag, is that these 3 right here supposedly were like exclusive to like Walgreens or Rite Aids. And I have 3, the only 3 that I've seen ever exist. So I put off buying Perfect School because I knew this one existed, and then I found one for a price I was willing to pay, and I ended up paying for it. So now we're going to run through these real quick. We have, it came from Beneath the Sink, Scary House, which has House of No Return and the Haunted House game. We have My Best Friend's Invisible, which has another episode with it. How I Got My Shrunken Head, The Ghost Next Door, Cry of the Cat, Deep Trouble. Then this one has The Ghost Next Door and A Shocker on Shock Street. I can never find a Shocker on Shock Street by itself, so I went ahead and bought this. We have a Return of the Mummy set, Say Cheese and Die set. I don't have the original one, but I have this. We have the Scarecrow Walks Midnight set, the Blob They Did Everyone set, the Headless Ghost set, Go Eat Worms, Headless Ghost and Ghost Beach. I got this one for Ghost Beach. I can never find Ghost Beach by itself. We have One Day at Horrorland and Attack of the Mutant. Then up here, we'll kind of pull these into the light. We have some my prized possessions. We have Attack of the Jack-O-Lanterns Fox Selections, pretty rare. We have Trilogy Sealed, one of my favorite episodes. Love this. Since there's not much Trilogy memorabilia, I'm going after some more sealed DVDs of it. So this is a sealed dual pack of it. Then right here is a sealed in the sleeve Monster Blood with more Monster Blood. So more Monster Blood and Trilogy were the TV show exclusive episodes, really, the ones made for the show. So I wanted those and sealed for my collection. And then for some reason I have Night of the Living Dummy, and it came from Beneath the Sink, and these newer versions, the 20th anniversary. So that's essentially the gist of the collection for the episodes. Let me put this back up there. Okay, so here we have all 18 TV books. This is where I put the TV books on my shelf. These are insanely expensive. Insanely expensive. I can't express, if you're trying to be a completionist like me, if you want to have every single book, good luck. These cost a lot, especially the final 3. TV book 14 might run you a good amount of money. But I made a video already talking about the most expensive ones, and some of those are on there. Here we have the 6 Tales to Give You Goosebumps books. These are the ones I just have on display. Got 1 through 6. And to kind of tie into that, I do have a French version of Good Friends, which is a story from the first Tales to Give You Goosebumps book. And what's cool about this version here is that this is an extended version with an alternate ending and stuff. So yeah, this is technically its own book. So that's why I have this in my collection. I buy foreign books, especially when they're their own foreign books. And over here, we start the Give Yourself Goosebumps collection, and this stops at number 32. I have Invaders from the Big Screen up here. I'm currently rereading it. Those are the bookmarks, so I can catch it up for a review. And then we have some hardcovers here, which I'll pull down for a sec. So we have some hardcovers that I haven't shown before. We have A Weekend at Poison Lake. Yeah, in hardcover. So, one of my prized possessions there. We have All Day Nightmare. Hardcover. This one's a Follett bound. So, I made a golden rule a long time ago. Anytime I find some GYG hardcovers, I buy them. This is another recent acquisition. I got a loan in Snakebite Canyon. Hardcover. And then we have TikTok You're Dead. Hardcover. Now, another cool piece I bought recently that's not really a hardcover, it's more of an error, is this. This is, I've actually seen 2 of these exist. Now, I don't know if there's a printing missing the foil here, but this is a Beware the Purple Peanut Butter missing the foil on the back. It's just all white on the cover. No foil. So I have that in my collection. Thought that was pretty cool. One of those one-of-a-kind items, or I guess 2-of-a-kind items you got to buy. All right, now we're going to go down. I'm really tall, so I'm going to have to like kneel down here. Okay, so this is where the GYG kind of runs off into Series 2000 here. And I have a big stack of randoms here, so I'm going to kind of scoot these over. I'm going to show you my finished GYG. This one picks up from it came from the internet, and it goes all the way through the special editions and ends at Weekend at Poison Lake. There's the Trick or Trapped, really hard one to get. And we got some triple header, books 1 and 2. And then we have Series 2000, 1 through 25, which ends right about here. And then we have The Adventures of Shrinkman right here, which is confirmed to be the Long Lost Series 2000 book 26. So I thought it would be fitting to sit that there. And then here's the Creatures from Beyond Beyond. Now, I'll get into why I have this situated right here in just a sec. But essentially, these are from like Adventures of Shrinkman up to Cry of the Cat down there is Series 2000. Now, from the Creatures from Beyond to these two, we have the 13th Warning and Zombie Town. These are like unconfirmed status of, are these R.L. Stine, like all three of these right here are unconfirmed if they're previous R.L. Stine stories, if they were written for the novellas, or they were lost Goosebumps projects. And now you might be asking, why do I have Welcome to Camp Slither, The Scream of the Haunted Mask, and Slappy New Year here? Now, for those of you that don't know, there was a 27th Series 2000 book called When the Snake Bites, as revealed in The Art of Goosebumps. Now, I have this here, it's because speculation is that Welcome to Camp Slither could be that book. So I thought, why not put it here? Kind of make it like another Series 2000 bridge book between that and Goosebumps Gold. Scream of the Haunted Mask, back in 2010, I think R.L. Stine made a tweet saying that the Scream of the Haunted Mask was linked potentially to Goosebumps Gold. So I have my Scream of the Haunted Mask there. This is one of the first books I bought when I got back into collecting. We have Slappy New Year. And those of you that don't know this or live under a rock, Goosebumps Gold had a book called Slappy New Year, and the speculation is that this book is the same as that for some people. All right, now I'm going to kind of sit down because I don't want to bust my knees up. But let's get up here real quick. So this is where I keep the collector's cap books. I really don't have any other place to put them, so I set them up there on top of this box set I have. These are just reader copies. Cool little facts in there, mind you. So right here, this is where I have one of my prized possessions, Goosebumps Series 2000, books 9 through 12, arguably my favorite run. Now this is backwards for some reason. But yeah, I got Are You Terrified Yet, Headless Halloween, Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, and Brain Juice. This is kind of beat up, reader copies, but I have the box set. Sorry about that angle. So yeah, that's one of my prized possessions in my collection. I've acquired that recently. I bought a lot literally just to get that. So that was cool. Up here is where we have some runoff stuff. So here's we got You're Not My Parents, which has been confirmed to be my alien parents. I confirmed this. I do research on Twitter. I found out about this book right here. I tied the book and the plot synopsis. It's literally the same exact book as this. So My Alien Parents, unfortunately, was made way before Goosebumps, so it's not a lost Goosebumps book. And shout outs to Spongy444. Three Faces of Me right here. It's not a Goosebumps book either. It's actually The Amazing Adventures of Me, Myself, and I, which is a Jovial Bob Stein book. So yeah, I have this stuff sitting here. And then we have Three Faces of Me, the regular version. And I have this stuff sitting here because it's kind of like the bridge stuff between Series 2000 and Nightmare Room. So we have The Adventures of Shrinkman, aka Series 2000, Book 26. Then another copy of The Creatures from Beyond. Alright. Sorry guys, my hand's getting kind of tired. Ooh. Alright, so let me put all this back up there. Alright. So then up here, I'll try to, sorry about my finger. Alright, so I'll pull this down. Here, I'm not going to really pull all these out, but we have three right here, which is Bride of the Living Dummy, Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls, and Haunted Car. These are the Goosebumps Classic reprints. I have them there because they just don't have much stuff. We have Please Don't Feed the Vampire. It goes with the GYG on the left, but I have that there. Slappy New Year. Now let me move these out of the way real quick because these are going to take some explanation. So this I bought because it was an orange font. Like I said, Goosebumps Gold. Since I kind of associate with Goosebumps Gold, I thought, why not grab that? This is the UK version. And these little things right here, this little set here took forever to complete, but I finally got them. So I'll move this down here, actually. Might be easier. So here we have these mini books. As you can see right here, this is the Ryan's Country Buffet. We got the Revenge of the Living Dummy. Now this first one was only at the buffet place, right? But these next three we're all at Popeyes. And I'll show you what one looks like real quick. So this is Scream of the Haunted Mask, Popeyes. We got Monster Blood for Breakfast, Popeyes. And we got The Creep from the Deep, Popeyes. Now what's cool about all four of these, right, that these are pocket-sized Goosebumps books that they give away for like kids prizes. And they only contain the first 100 pages of the book, or like the first main story. And they don't have the Horrorland segment in the back. So if you are a collector, or maybe you like Horrorland, maybe you want all the stuff for it, this might be something to grab for your collection. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera back into focus. It's kind of gotten blurry. Let me see here. Let me see. Alright, is that better? Alright, maybe it'll come back into focus on its own. But yeah, Revenge of the Living Dummy. Alright. So we're already at 30 minutes, so I'm trying to speed this up a little bit. Now here is a piece of my collection I've been working on. Let me move these out the way real quick. This is the Nightmare Room. It's bridging into Horrorland. Now, Nightmare Room is also kind of suspect. Like these like long lost Goosebumps, and I feel like this is 12 books plus these three, which I'll get into these three in just a sec because these are really cool finds. These I'm only missing book 3, which is I think My Name is Evil. But yeah, I have the hardcover for Full Moon Halloween. I also have another hardcover I'll show you in a sec. But yeah, this set was really important for me to complete because it's kind of like the bridge between this and Horrorland, at least for the R.L. Stine books and Serious Kids Horror. I have the DVDs for the show at 2. Recently acquired Camp Nowhere. And I have a sealed original, Scareful What You Wish For, which has some episodes that are unique to the show. Now, Nightmare Room show, I think, ran 13 episodes with one 2-parter, and there was 4 unique episodes for the show that you can only get on the show. So, unfortunately, not all of the episodes are legally released on DVD, but I have the DVDs that I'm able to find here. So these 3 right here, let me move these to the side for a sec. So I randomly bought these recently, and what's cool is I'll pull one out for, well, I guess, I'll pull the first one out. So I had no idea when I bought it, but all 3 of these are signed by R.L. Stine. And it's the Nightmare Room trilogy. It's based around this big 3-part story that I don't think Stine's ever really tried something this ambitious except in Fear Street. But yeah, basically I have the entire set here, and these 3 are all 3 are signed by R.L. Stine. Now this begins the Horrorland run, and I have whatever's remaining that wasn't put over here. I think I have all the way up to book 15, which is Heads You Lose. And then we continue down here to the end, which is The Horrors at Chiller House and The Survival Guide. Now, to kind of bridge the gap between that, I do have some hardcovers here. So let's start off. I do have some really cool hardcovers. I got The Scream of the Haunted Mask. I got 2 of these. The reason why I have 2 is just because, like I said, I associate it with Goosebumps Gold, and I wanted to have more Goosebumps Gold feeling stuff, so I got 2 of those, 2 different versions. This is one of my favorite things I own. The Creatures from Beyond hardcover. It's a pin-worthy. Something you don't see every day. Then I have a Revenge R Us hardcover. I showed this off a while ago. Yeah, this book's trash, but yeah. I have that. Series 2000 hardcover. Sorry, this one has like sticker residue on the back of it. But this is The Haunted Car. Picked this up recently just to have a hardcover for a Series 2000 book. Then I have Attack of the Graveyard Ghouls. This is like a used library copy. You can see it's kind of beat up, but it's a hardcover. Then here we have Locker 13 from Nightmare Room. Got this for a really good deal on Thrift Books. Hardcover. And then we have a Horrorland Dr. Maniac vs. Robbie Schwartz I found at a used bookstore. So yeah, let me put these back up here where I had them. Essentially, that's all I have for like harder to find stuff. So I keep those like right there. This little stack I'll get into in a moment. Okay. So down here, sorry about the lighting issues. We have the Hall of Horror series. We have Claws through the Birthday Party of No Return. Now, let's see if we can get this camera to focus. Okay. So right here, we have Claws, the Hall of Horrors version. I recently updated this. This is like Horrorland Hall of Horrors. And yeah, I was just really psyched to find this. Let me see if I can get this camera. Come on, focus. Alright, I'm sorry guys, if it doesn't focus, I'm doing the best I can. So yeah, this is, recently upgraded this. I just think this is a pretty cool niche piece of Goosebumps history. Like, in between being a Horrorland book and not a Horrorland book. And some of you ask me all the time, like, where do you get bags for your books? I just use comic bags. I have to go through this whole collection and bag all the stuff I don't have bagged. But I have Hall of Horrors right here. Then I started off with a hardcover I recently acquired. I've wanted the Haunted Mask. And then we have Most Wanted. I have it organized as 1 through 10. Then I have the 4 special editions. And then it continues on through Slappy World, which you got 1 through 16. And then we're going to get into the movies, which is Goosebumps 1, Goosebumps 2, the 2-pack, the movie novelizations. Then we have Slappy's Return and Slappy's Revenge. I think there's a couple more here. Now this is where we're going to start getting to some really obscure Goosebumps stuff, okay? So this is the part of the video you guys might want to stay tuned for. I hope the camera can focus, okay? So let's start off with The Time We Ran Away. I have 12 copies of this. I found a bunch of these thrifting. Now what's cool about this book is that it features a Goosebumps story in it called, let me see if I can open this. It's called Don't Open the Monster Blood. It's an exclusive story. It's like 2 pages. And it's uncredited Goosebumps book. So we have 12 copies of that. I have them sitting up here because all this other stuff takes up room here. So this right here, this is Face Off. Now Face Off, edited by David Baldacci. For those of you that don't know, this is actually, if you turn over in the back, R.L. Stine's Slappy the Ventriloquist Dummy versus Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child's Aloysian Pendergast. Yes, there is a reference to Slappy in this. In a random book. Go figure, right? Nobody would really ever guess that, I would say. But yeah, that's essentially a Goosebumps story. Right here, this is where some of my favorite stuff in my collection is. We have a TV guide here. And this little TV guide has a story inside of it called The Homemade Monster. And when I discovered this, I blasted it in the Discord. And then now it's on the wiki, and I feel like I'm an accomplished person for helping getting that on the wiki. Right here, we have the Disney Adventures magazine. This is the Surprise on the 13th Floor. I've reviewed this on the channel. Really obscure Goosebumps story made for a promotion. We have Goosebumps Scream in the Night. Live on Stage book. Love that. Had a kick with that. Now this is a recent acquirement. Not a lot of people have ever seen this. This is La Maison du Vampire. This is a French exclusive book with, it's like a game board book with the story, with all the pieces intact. This was a thorn in my side to acquire for my collection, but I have it. I can't believe I own it. It's so ridiculously rare. I can't even begin to describe. I'm going to sit this over here because I have to put this back after this video. But yeah. Now you might be asking, why do I have Nightmare Hour here and the Haunting Hour? Well, let me move this out the way. So I do have a Nightmare Hour. I recently found this. I don't know if I showed this in the haul, but I found this at like a Goodwill. So I thought I picked that up. But these 2 books right here, these little Spanish books, are the reason why I have them with the Goosebumps. These were retroactively turned into Goosebumps books. As you can see here, more obviously with the Nightmare Hour, this is a marketed as Goosebumps book, as a Goosebumps book in Spain. That's why this book is a Goosebumps book. Here, Al Final de la Noche. If you open up to the first page, it's also marketed as a Goosebumps book. So, I bought the Spanish versions to kind of remind myself that these are indeed Goosebumps books. So these were retroactively turned into Goosebumps books. Now, Beware, you might be asking why Beware is in here. There's a story in here called Joe Is Not a Monster, written by R.L. Stine. So remember that, because we're going to try to dig it out of this little pile here. So come back to this in just a minute. Now, this big stack right here is some miscellaneous stuff. I have The Viewer Beware, the Goosebumps TV Companion by Jose Prendez. Really cool book. And then we have some magazine stuff. Now, some of this might blow your mind here. Here we have a magazine. Doesn't really have anything Goosebumps on it, minus that Curly's on the cover. That's why I bought it. Just cool little, timepiece to have in the collection. This, okay. So this is a TV guide from October of 2007. This is kind of haunting hour stuff, so I'm going to set this aside for a sec. I'll set this aside. Here, okay. So this is totally Fox Kids, summer of 1996. This right here is one of the coolest pieces of Goosebumps history I can ever share with you. This right here contains a fill in the rest of the story contest done for a specific short story that's quite popular, The Haunted House Game. So in issue 21, there was a contest to fill in the rest of the story, and in issue 22 here, or issue 23, I forget what issue this is, but in this one right here, finishes the fan-submitted version of the book. And I can't believe that it exists, because it is great. It's honestly, it's just as good, if not just as fun as the regular short story you're going to find. I haven't reviewed it yet, but I definitely plan on it. Hold on. Let me try to get this focus. Okay, let me try. Focus. Okay, there we go. Here we have some cool niche stuff you don't see every day. We have Thrills, Trills, Reading and Writing Skills, Volume 2, Let's Play Monster. This features a story by R.L. Stine that he wrote a long time ago, back in the 80s, that you really can only see today through stuff like this. And I'm trying to complete this set. I think here's a third one. This one has even rarer one, The Corpse in the Classroom. This is a teacher's copy. You can kind of find these online, but these are, I'm lucky with both of these. These haven't been written in, and yeah, ridiculously hard to find. I'm still looking for number 1, which has a story called Zoomers, but we'll get into that in a minute. Now here is some of the coolest stuff. Like I said, I brought up that bag earlier, Thrill Chills Reading and Writing Skills Club. This is the Thrills and Chills Magazine Club. And these were mail-in magazines. I think it ran like 19 or 20 issues. This is issue number 1. The first, I think, 10 issues ran as stories that Stine did back in the 80s. There was Zoomers, Let's Play Monster, and The Corpse in the Classroom, which weren't Goosebumps stories. So, kind of will fly through this one a little bit. Got issue number 2, with Frankenstein on the cover. Maybe I'll show you all the covers real quick. Got this one, number 3, with the wolf. I got number 4. Now I'm trying to acquire this series, and I'm telling you what, this is a pain to acquire. I'm so sorry. I have to like pull it up into focus for it to focus on the camera. It's so bad right now. We have Thrills Chills, number 5. Cool little cover there. We have number 9. This one's kind of bent. I gotta straighten it up, but we got number 10. And this is where I believe it starts, like issue 11 onward. They start printing Goosebumps stories, the short stories in this. I think part of the collection They include stories like Click, How I Won My Bet. What's another one they do? Strained Peas, The Werewolf's First Night, and there's another one I'm blanking on. It'll come to me in a minute. But yeah, I mean, these have short stories of Goosebumps with art inside of them. Now, I'm not going to show you it today because this video is so long. But yeah, if you're interested in that, I'll definitely make a showcase about Thrills and Chills magazine because it's pretty unknown Goosebumps history here. Pretty niche stuff. Oh, okay. So these are recent acquirements here. These right here are some of my holy grail items in this collection here that I've been building. This, I had a order from France. This little 3-book set here, you can see Chard de Poule, which is Goosebumps in France. This is a little contest throughout these 3 magazines. And it's a fan-submitted version and contest version of Something Fishy, which is a short story from, I think, the second Tales to Give You Goosebumps book. And there's a version in here. Somebody has translated it. I think it was Jude DeLuca. So shout-outs to them. I think they had it translated, so I'm going to go read the translated version at some point and review this version. But this is some of the hardest to find stuff in Goosebumps collecting. But not as hard to find as some other stuff. Okay? So I have those. Then I have, of course, these. Some of you probably have never seen these before. I'm about to blow your mind here. So these are Panini comic magazines of Goosebumps. I have issues, I think 1 and 3. I'm just missing the second one. So remember Joe Is Not a Monster? Let's pull out Beware one more time here. Remember Joe Is Not a Monster? I mentioned in Beware. I believe the story is printed in this one. Joe Is Not a Monster is turned into a Goosebumps story in this magazine, which is why I have it labeled as a Goosebumps book. But yeah, Goosebumps story, Goosebumps book, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this is the 3rd issue. These are huge magazines, mind you. And then we have issue number 1. These also have original Goosebumps stories that you can only find in these magazines in it. Not a lot of people know that. They're comic magazines too. So really obscure piece of Goosebumps history on those. Move this back over here because I'm going to get to Haunting Hour in just a sec. And the last thing we have is The Art of Goosebumps. I haven't reviewed this yet. Quite enjoy this book. This book is awesome. So yeah, I have all the oversized stuff. I usually leave it on here on the Series 2000 shelf. So yeah, let me stack all this back up for a sec. And then we'll get back to what we were doing. Okay. And I'll just stack all this. Like such. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Sometimes these books get knocked around, so you just want to make sure that they're not getting like falling out. Okay. So, TV guide. Let's scoot this over. So this is the Haunting Hour where it begins. And the Haunting Hour is quite famous for having a TV show. So we have some books here to show you. So if the Haunting Hour is Goosebumps, then what is this? So I think I've talked about this before. Darkness Creeping features a short story by Neil Shusterman that was turned into an episode in the show. It's Catching Cold. And then we have a Strange Matter Creature Features, which is a Marty Engel and Barnes story that was turned into the season 2 two-parter Creature Features. Then we have the Haunting Hour. Don't Think About It. This was the Dan Angel Billy Brown original movie. And then I'll move this over here. We have the 6-disc collection of the Haunting Hour episodes that were turned into DVDs. Now, this magazine here features a story that's exclusive to TV Guide for the Haunting Hour, and it's, I think, it's a tasty Halloween treat. I think that's what it's called. So yeah, it's in this magazine. You can see October 22nd to 28. And I'll definitely do a showcase on some of this stuff, some of this really obscure stuff, because I know some of you have been dying for it, and know that my collection is pretty stacked on this stuff. But yeah, I will do something on that in the future. Okay, now we're on the very last leg. And the lighting is absolutely terrible here. Okay, so we're going to have to move all this stuff out. So here, I guess I'll start here. This is where I keep all this like different R.L. Stine stuff I just don't have room for. I got the Man-Thing trade paperback where I just read the comic through that. We also got some Just Beyond. We got Monstrosity and Scare School. I do have the Barnes & Noble edition with the Tim Jacobus art. Let me pull this out. With the Tim Jacobus art. When I saw that this existed, I had to have it, so yeah. I'm sorry about the quality of the camera, guys. If it gets blurry, I don't know what's wrong with it. Maybe if I try flipping it. How about that? Is that any better? I don't know. Okay. I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay. Sorry, we're like 54 minutes in. If you made it this far, thank you. So we got some Rotten School, some Mostly Ghostly, some DVDs associated with that. And then I have Monsterville, Cabinet of Souls, and the book to go with it. So yeah, this is just some stuff, R.L. Stine, that I just don't have room for. Here, I'll pull these out. These are the Monster editions. Let me kind of scoot over and get some better light. So we got the third one, the second one, and the first one. Recently acquired those. Here we have some really cool stuff. We have 30 Tales to Give You Goosebumps Collection. And don't start falling over. Here we have Tales of Suspense for Boys. I've showed this off before. It features a Welcome to Dead House story inside of it. Scary 2 is cool because it features House of No Return inside of it. And we got these two Slappy World 2-in-1 bind-ups. We got book number 1, which has Slappy Birthday and Attack of the Jack. And we have I Am Slappy's Evil Twin. And Please Do Not Feed the Weirdo. Here we have It Came From Ohio. Have that in hardcover with the holographic on it. First printing. Right next to it, we have It Came From New Jersey, My Life as an Artist by Tim Jacobus. Really rare book. Then right here, I have this little book, Who is R.L. Stine? I think this one's written by... I thought it was written by Megan Stein. I know Megan Stein wrote a couple of these. But no. Here we have a spoof book. Spoof books, we have The Mysterious Matter of I Am Fine, spoofing R.L. Stine. Then we have Gooflumps, Stay Out of the Bathroom. Here are some Goosebumps graphics. Let me kind of scoot over here because I think the lighting's getting darker and darker as you go down here. See if I can turn on the brightness here. All right, here we go. So here we got... I'll just pull them out. We got Scary Summer, we got Terror Trips, and we got Creepy Creatures. I recently acquired these for the collection. Yeah, because I needed those. And then, of course, you guys seen these before. We have, start from the back, Slappy's Tale of Horror, which kind of finishes off the old Goosebumps graphics line. We have Secrets of the Swamp, Monsters at Midnight, Download and Die, and Horrors at Witch House. Horrors of the Witch House, I mean. So these are the IDW comics. I've only reviewed Secrets of the Swamp. The others eventually I'll get to, but no promises. As at any time soon. Okay, so we have a little more to go. So we got Young Scrooge and First Day of School Forever in hardcover. Some solo R.L. Stine stuff. We got some Don't Turn Out the Lights. Jonathan Mayberry homage book has a short story about R.L. Stine in there. Guys Read Terrifying Tales. I'm almost done reading this. This is a really good book. Really good stories. And we have Scream and Scream Again. Pull this one up so you get better light. Yeah. Nice big one with some R.L. Stine goodies. One of the coolest books I have ever found is here. We have a book called Zoomers and Other Stories. This has that Zoomer story that I was telling you about that was in that Reading and Writing Skills magazine and the Thrills and Chills magazine series itself. So they did an actual book release of it. I don't know if you get the art in it, but it's just full text. It's really cool. Here we have this flip book, Bites. Don't really need to pull that out. So we got Beast 1 and 2, some R.L. Stine goodies. This was written as a promotional thing for the Beast roller coaster back in the day. We got some Twist-a-Plot goodies. We got Horrors of the Haunted Museum and the Time Raider. Alright, we got The Haunted Lighthouse, which is a hardcover book from an attraction that used to be at, I think, SeaWorld or Universal, something like that. And then we got When Good Ghouls Go Bad, the DVD and the book. Then on the last leg of this bookshelf, and the final thing we're going to be showing, is Ghosts of Fear Street and Fear Street and, you know, Point Horror stuff. So this is all the more Fear Street and Point Horror stuff I have from R.L. Stine, solo stuff. This is all I got as of now, so if you want to take a look at that. So yeah, I might get to these at some point. I just don't think anywhere in the near future. But kind of rounding it out, we got some Ghost of Fear Street stuff. A lot of people like to compare Ghost of Fear Street to Goosebumps, so that's why I have it on here. We have the first book, you know, kind of run through, show what I got without like spending too much time on it. I'll show you some rare ones. Pretty much Monster Dog. We got Halloween Bugs Me. Got Hide and Shriek 2. This one, Tale of the Blue Monkey. Might be the first one I read if I get around to reading the series. I Was a Sixth Grade Zombie. Here's a really cool one. And then we got Attack of the Vampire Worms, which is one of the final ones. So yeah, that is essentially the collection, guys. I'm just gonna set those there and put this away. So yeah, this collection has taken me since September of 2020 to build. I'm sorry about the camera quality. If it got a little too blurry here and there around the video. I'm working with what I can. Yeah, so this collection, I mean, it took me a long time to put it together. Almost done completing it. But I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. Really love a lot about it. If you guys stuck around to the end of this video, thank you. If you have anything in this that you find to be your favorite or most intriguing thing I have in my collection on this shelf, just let me know. I'm gonna have to put down as the light gets darker, it gets more fuzzier. Okay. So now we know the secret of what happened. So this bookshelf here, kind of give you a rundown. I gotta organize. Looks like a big mess. Gotta organize this. I'll make a video for this at some other point. These are a bunch of doubles up here. If you want to kind of just take a little quick glance, it's a bunch of doubles and stuff. But I wanted to show you my main core collection because a lot of you have been requesting that. And let me know in the comment section, like I said, what was your favorite thing that I have in my collection that you thought was cool, or some things that you saw that you might want to have now that I showed it one last time. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was for all you guys that have supported me since day one, and all the new subscribers that have followed me recently to help me, you know, get pushing my goal towards 1,000. That's my next goal. Big, huge one at least. So yeah, stay tuned for more good Goosebumps content. And yeah, take care, everyone.